And we are on air.
Hi guys, my name is Brianna and today we're going to be doing the Columbo mystery puzzle game. So let's get right into the video. Okay, so I recently got this game and I thought it's pretty interesting. So it's like a puzzle, but there's also clues in this booklet. So I read the booklet and I solve the puzzle, obviously without a picture, to try and solve the mystery. So I thought, why not give it a try? My only issue is I have to figure out where I'm gonna put the puzzle. I have a large enough flat surface because I think this is not gonna fit on top of the box or something. I need like another place. Also, this game, if people played with more than one person, there's like other copies the clues and stuff. But obviously if you watch this video you probably won't play it because I'm going to solve it. Let me figure out how I'm going to handle the puzzle part. Okay, I'm not so sure if this is big enough or not, so I don't actually know how big this puzzle is going to end up being. We're going to try and use this, which is like the top of like a little container thingy. So I don't know what I should do first. Start the puzzle or read the booklet. I think probably read the booklet first. This is going to be a little long, so I hope my voice isn't too scratchy as I'm kind of congested right now, but we're going to try our best. Okay. Death Foretold, written by Enrique S. Wise. Jeff Wilder was lifting his makeup brush to his face when his eye caught the image of a man in a crumpled raincoat in the mirror. Startled, he twisted around in his chair and yelled, "What in the devil's name are you doing in my dressing room?" He was answered with an innocent smile and a trite apology. "Oh, I'm very sorry, sir. I didn't mean to startle you. You see, I've always been fascinated with the way magicians create illusion. And I was so distracted with all the backstage goings-on that when I wandered—" "How did you get backstage?" Wilder interrupted. "Do you have a pass? Do you have written permission?" "No, sir. I have this." The performer examined the ID card and the badge with some suspicion. "I see," he began. "And is it your hobby, Lieutenant Columbo, to go snooping around dressing rooms?" "Actually, sir, I'm here on official business," said the detective. "You see, sir, I'm investigating a death that occurred yesterday in a small studio apartment uptown. There was nothing unusual about the body or the gun dropped next to it, but the table the victim was slumped over had all sorts of fortune-telling stuff on it. This is what it looked like," finished Columbo, taking a photo from his pocket and offering it to the magician. Wilder remained still, not even looking at the photo. "Let me tell you something, Lieutenant," Wilder began. "Fortune-tellers are among the most deceptive people on earth. They have no compunction about betraying their clients after winning their trust. So if one of them managed to get herself killed, it does not surprise me in the least, and it saddens me even less." "Well, sir," Columbo persisted, "I would appreciate your help in this case. I've seen you on those TV talk shows lately, the Spook Buster. You're the man who exposes false mediums and quack healers. I tell you, it's even more interesting than your old magic act. I hear you've made a remarkable showbiz comeback because of it." "Really, Lieutenant?" snapped Wilder. "The details of my career are none of your business." Wilder grabbed the photo from Columbo with a quick, rough motion. "Now if you want my appraisal of this photograph, I will give it to you so that you can go on your way." The magician scanned the photo for a moment. "This is standard fortune-telling equipment. A mass-produced deck of tarot cards which can supposedly predict the client's future, a cup containing used tea leaves for the same purpose, a Ouija board which they claim enables spirits to speak to our world, and a text on spiritualism by some charlatan named Jewel. This is about what I would expect a fortune-teller to use as the tools of the trade, but I don't think I can give you any insight into how the woman died. Now will you please take your picture and leave?" Columbo pocketed the photo, mumbled a thank you and an apology, and walked out. Wilder watched the door slowly move back into its frame. It stopped a few inches short of closing. The magician held his breath. For a moment there was no sound, and the only motion was the wisp of smoke from the detective's cigar filtering back into the room. Then Columbo's face reappeared in the doorway. "Excuse me, sir," he said, stepping back into the room while holding up a page from his notebook for Wilder to see. One more thing. The victim's name was Sonia Brodsky. She lived alone in the apartment, and death was from a single bullet to the abdomen. So? Said Wilder indignantly. Well, you didn't ask me anything about the victim, sir, so I thought I'd fill you in. I sure could use some advice on this murder, muttered Columbo. Perhaps you should consider the possibility of suicide, Lieutenant. Other than that, I'm afraid I can't help you. Now goodbye. Columbo repeated his apology, his thank you, and his slow walk out the door. Wilder watched the wisp of smoke again. It did not dissipate. He felt a deep feeling of dread well up inside him. That's just what I was thinking, sir, Columbo said, returning to the room. What if it was a suicide? Let's say the woman sat all alone and did all these mystic readings about her own future. Maybe she saw something terrible ahead, which she couldn't face, so she took out the gun and ended it all. Wilder looked a bit relieved. That sounds very probable to me, Lieutenant. Maybe that's what I'll write in my report. Columbo turned towards the door and tossed Wilder a backhanded wave. Well, thank you again, sir. Please, Lieutenant, I have one thing to ask you, began Wilder. Columbo turned around and the magician smiled at him for the first time. I'm asking that you really do leave. I'm very glad I could be of assistance, but I must prepare for my performance. Now, are you sure you have no other questions? Columbo smiled back. No, sir, I don't. He paused, contemplated his cigar for a few seconds. Except, the lieutenant took out the photo again. Wilder's smile vanished. You didn't make any comment on this, sir. The pad of paper in the photo. It was blank. When I rubbed it with a pencil, I was able to bring up the numbers that had been written on the page above it. What do you make of that? Wilder scowled. Oh, I can't imagine. Each fortune-teller devises his own mumbo-jumbo system. These numbers could mean anything. Columbo pointed to the picture and said aloud, 99501. Could that mean something in numerology, perhaps? If you did use the standard practice, began Wilder, suddenly friendly again, of A equals 1, B equals 2. Then this would be IIE, then a 0 or an O, then an A. But it seems whatever contrived code Miss Brodsky had created will remain her secret. It's a dead end. Columbo sat down on the sofa without asking to, leaned back comfortably and pointed his cigar at the magician. Tell me something, Mr. Wilder. He was almost whispering. What is your greatest fear? I don't know what you mean, Lieutenant, responded Wilder. I mean, you make your living now exposing con men and false prophets. You destroy their careers. But do you have any secret that would destroy your career? The lieutenant asked. I think I've had enough, Lieutenant, shouted the magician. I suggest you get out, and this time stay out. And I suggest that you're not Jeff Wilder, Columbo shot back. You had a different life years ago, with a different name. You made a fortune doing the things you crusade against today. And poor Sonia Brodsky was the only one who shared your secret. I bet you never stopped going to her for readings and ceremonies and all sorts of weird things, any one of which would ruin your reputation as a spook buster if it was made public knowledge. My guess is she got greedy. There's nothing like blackmail to ruin a love affair, and there's no better solution to blackmail than murder, unless, of course, you get caught. Sonia Brodsky spent her last night with you. The evening started with the usual fortune-telling, but it ended in murder. What led Columbo to the conclusion that Jeff Wilder murdered Sonia Brodsky? Put together and examine the jigsaw puzzle, then see if you can deduce why. Sonia was not alone the night she died. She lived long enough to leave a hint as to identify her killer. There is an undeniable, if not obvious, connection between Jeff Wilder and the items on the table, and Wilder knew of the murder before Columbo discussed the details with him. Okay. Have a feeling we're going to have to look back at that because that was quite a bit to digest, but let's try to jump right into the puzzle. I have a feeling this is going to be really hard. I mean, I don't have a picture to look at or anything. I'm going to start, I think, with just a handful of them out at a time. Oh, these two are already connected. And with just a handful out at a time, I'm going to just see if there's anything I can put put together, and as I go I'm just gonna put the edge pieces off to the side. Okay. Gonna need to get out some more pieces because I already don't see anything I can do. This is really hard. I just wish I had a picture. That would be super helpful. Okay. This is crazy hard. I don't know how well this is gonna work out. Dusty's crying. Oh, don't want to lose any pieces. This is gonna take me a long time. Okay, I think I'm just gonna try and find all the edge pieces right now and kind of get back to putting pieces together later, because this is gonna take me way too long the way I'm doing it right now. I definitely think this is not gonna be big enough. I don't know how big this puzzle's gonna be. I mean, I'm sure it tells me somewhere on the box, but I already been filming for 20 minutes. This is... Well, I finally found a corner piece, so that might be helpful. I found another corner piece. Yeah, guys, I don't know if I'm gonna get this done. Yeah, look how much pieces I still have left. And I just have a mound of pieces on here. If you guys want to see my progress, this is what I have so far. I think I'm gonna lower the camera a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. I think you'll be able to see now. We stopped recording. I'm not sure why. Don't know where we left off. Doesn't really matter. Haven't gotten that far. This is taking me forever. My neck is starting to hurt. Oh, I found another corner piece. And that's super annoying. It's super similar to the other corner piece. My neck is really hurting me. This is not good. Found another corner piece, and annoyingly, it looks quite similar to that one. So we have half of it that looks the same and half of it that looks the same. Wow. And I have never done a puzzle without a picture before, so this is just the greatest. My camera battery is on red, which is so annoying because when I woke up this morning, it was fully charged. This video is really taking me that long. If my camera dies, I'm gonna put this to the side, charge it, and come back to it when my camera's charged. But I don't know. I don't know, guys. This is not looking too good. Okay, I think I now have all the edge pieces separated from the middle pieces, and I need the space, so I'm just gonna knock these all to the side for now and deal with that later when I finish the edge pieces, because this is not working. The other annoying thing is that I don't know the orientation of these pieces, but well, I've reached the length of the board. Does it? Yeah, it's this perfect square. So, don't know what I'm supposed to do about that now. I guess move on and go back to it. I guess, I don't know. Okay, I found out how long it actually is. It's not too much longer than the actual thing, so I should be fine. My camera's about to die. Okay, so my camera did die like I thought it would, but I didn't want to stop just yet. So, here's the iPhone cam, and I'm gonna keep going. I feel like I'm for sure missing edge pieces, and they must, here's one. They must be in here somewhere, but I thought I did a good job going through them, so I don't know. This is gonna be hard. Okay, this seems like it's going to be an issue. Going this way, it's way longer than the board. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I really have no method right now. I'm just kind of going through this, hoping to find something. But you know, no, this is not working. I really need a bigger platform for this because these are now having trouble holding their This is so annoying! I don't know what to do. This is taking me so long. I don't know why. I thought this would go by faster. And I like puzzles too, but no, Dusty. Okay, she's just trying to go to the window. I don't know what to do. Okay, I guess we're just gonna jump back into doing it like I was when I started? I don't know. And we're just gonna hope we find that last edge piece along the way. This puzzle is getting harder and harder. Okay, I got quite a few things going, but I don't want to have too much iPhone cam footage. So I think I'm going to take a break and wait until my camera is charged up, and then we'll keep going. But if you guys want to see, this is what I have so far. And like I said, I have the whole out piece, but just one piece is missing over here, if you could see. Yeah, alright, I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, we are back, and I don't know, we're just gonna keep on keeping on. Don't really have a method or a plan or anything. We're just going for it, and it doesn't help that this is not exactly the biggest of spaces for this. It's overhanging, but we're trying. And we're gonna go for it again. This is interesting because I know all these big pieces are going to connect somehow, but... This is taking forever. I feel like this is getting harder and harder and harder. That's a huge chunk of it that I just have now. That's pretty good. I think so anyways. Oh yes. Oh yes. I have a huge chunk of this done now. I wish I knew where this went, like in relation to the whole thing, so I could just put it there and not have to worry about it. This is not working as well as I wanted it to. I thought this would maybe take me an hour. No. No. This is taking me so long, and I hope I finish before I have to leave. I have to go somewhere today, so I might have to finish it late tonight if I don't finish it anytime soon. My camera turned off again, so I don't know what the last thing you guys saw was, but we're still going. Who would have thought this would be so hard? My back is really starting to hurt from crouching over this. And you know, I'm gonna have to reread this whole thing. I'm not gonna read it out loud to you guys because, like, I already did. But, like, I don't remember a word of it already. But it's also been, like, 2 or 3 hours since I read it. So, what do you expect? Ay. This is falling apart. As long as it generally stays where it's supposed to be, it should be fine, but still not good. This is so frustrating because I know at this point I can tell that I'm not going to finish it in time, and I'm going to have to come back to it, and I really don't want to have to come back to it. I just want to finish it now. Oh my gosh! I don't know why I'm so stupid. I never thought to flip these upside down. So this is like a huge chunk now. Okay. And it's probably going to be something like that towards that way. Wow. I think that's pretty good. I'm getting somewhere. Just in time for me to have to leave, I'm getting somewhere, but I can't believe how much I've done without looking at a picture of it. I feel like it's going to take me forever to finish though, but hey, making real progress over here. I should really get a table for my room. I really want to find these two pieces before I leave. That would be really satisfying. Maybe these two as well, but don't have as high of hopes for those. Oh. Found one of them. I'm tired. Ah, my camera turned off again. But this time, I only have like 10 more minutes before I have to start getting ready to go to work. So, we really better look for these pieces. Alright, I gotta go get ready for work. So I'm gonna leave this here and I'll be back to it very, very, very much later today. And I will try to finish it up tonight, hopefully. So I guess I'll see you guys then. Okay, I'm back after a long day of work and we're just gonna jump right back into this. And this, I think Dusty messed up this part while I was gone, but it's okay. Ay, Dusty's trying to come in, but I really don't want her in here. She's gonna mess up my puzzle. Look. This is so frustrating. I just wish I could find the pieces I'm looking for. I have to go pee. I'll be right back. I'm back. And back to work. I wish okay. What I'm trying to do, you guys can't see. Let me see if I could let you see. Is I have all the pieces here. Okay, hold on. I think this is a good angle. So you can see I have the pieces here and I have the puzzle here. It's gonna go back and forth. I think I'm gonna try to lay these out kind of so I can see them better all at once. Because just rummaging through them isn't working anymore. Okay. Even on here, I feel like I don't have enough space. This is taking too long. I need to do it a different way. I don't know how to do it. Oh! I found the other piece for here. There has got to be a better method of going about this. I have a new plan, but Dusty's not going to be happy. I'm going to have to kick her out of the room. I'm going to move this to the floor so it's a bit easier. So, okay, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, now we are on the floor. Hopefully this will make it a bit easier. I have the whole outside part, this big part, and then a few small pieces I kept on this black thing. And yeah, maybe I'll move this way a little bit. Maybe switch these around. And then I think this is good. I think this is where I'm gonna try to work on this. See, this is getting... Okay, so no, it's gotta be either this way or this way. But I don't know. I think it's gonna be this way. And this will go to here. No, because this wood part looks like it's gotta attach to this. Yeah, I think it's gonna go this way. Much. They all look the same. This is so hard. Okay, so I took a break to eat some cupcakes, but now I'm back, so we're just gonna keep on keeping on. This is taking so long. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back again. This is taking me so long. I am so tired of this. It's literally almost midnight, but I don't care. I'm finishing this tonight. My camera is about to die again. That's so annoying. If my camera dies, I'm gonna switch to the iPhone camera again because I can't take another break. I need to just get this done with. I did not think it would take me this long. My camera stopped recording. My camera didn't die yet, but it's probably gonna die soon because it says it's gonna die soon. For some reason, just the camera stopped recording, but we're back. Alright. I am starting to get frustrated. It's slowly getting somewhere. Okay, so my camera died like I thought it would, so we're back to the iPhone cam. Couldn't find a better angle than this. Most of the footage you see is going to be time-lapsed anyways, so we're just going to keep it like this and keep on going. My knees are starting to hurt. Oh my gosh, it's already 12:30. Okay, just to give you guys an update, I'm going to show you what it looks like right now. This is how far along I am, but I still have that whole top section to deal with. But this is final odds on the bottom half, but let's keep going. We are back to the iPhone cam. Try to finish this. Is this even recording? Keep on, keeping on. This is taking so much longer than I thought it was going to. I don't even know what to do at this point. I think it's time to do the crazy thing, which is to organize all the pieces by the shape of them and then just try to put pieces everywhere, because these weird colored pieces, like it's like a dowly, I think, it's just random circles. I don't know how I'm supposed to look at that and do it. With the woods, I followed the grain of it, but like that's too difficult. So taking all the pieces, I'm gonna put the puzzle itself to the side for now and come back to it once all of our pieces are organized. So my phone might die. So if it does, I'm just going to switch back to my camera because I think it's been charging long enough. So just so you guys know, we might switch cameras again. Okay, all our pieces are organized. So now we're going to just move the piles. Then we're going to move this back. And we're hopefully going to have an easier time finding the pieces that are going to fit in certain places. So my phone died just like I thought it would, so now we're back to the camera. This is taking forever. I'm starting to go crazy. I don't know what to do next. Oh, it's almost 1:30. No good, no good, no good. I need to finish this before 2 a.m. My camera turned off. Not sure why. I don't know what's going on anymore at this point. It's super late. I'm just trying to get this done. I feel like there's so much left. I she just knocked over my camera. I feel like I'm never gonna finish this. And my camera is on low battery once again. Great. It's getting pretty close, I think. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot, but it also feels like such a small amount compared to everything I did already. We are back on the iPhone cam, trying to finish up this diddly darn puzzle. I feel like I'm never going to finish it, but I don't know. It is definitely taking way longer than I thought it would. My knee be hurting real bad. Hi. It's literally 2 a.m. Come on. This is so difficult. This is not working anymore. I just want to finish. My back hurts. they're all starting to blend together again, so I'm gonna have to separate them again. There has got to be a better way. Alright, that's enough. I am not doing this anymore right now. It's almost 3 a.m. So, I'm gonna go to sleep and finish it in the morning. Here we go, just so you guys can see, this is my progress. That spot is all I have left. So I will do it tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Good morning! We are back. Hello. Gonna try my best to finish this, hopefully rather quickly. I'm starting to think there's some pieces missing. It's hard to tell for sure though, but I don't know. This is slowly getting smaller. Very slowly, but that's okay. We're getting somewhere. Getting close. We're really close to being done. Don't know why my camera stopped recording. Honestly, not sure when it stopped recording, but we're almost done, so. Okay, I was right. There's 2 pieces missing. Well, that's immensely frustrating, but see, I opened the bag, so theoretically they should all be here because no one had used this before. But I don't see the pieces anywhere, which is leading me to believe that those pieces did not come with it for some reason. Well, I'm sorry that is immensely unsatisfying, but it is what it is. The puzzle is done. Now it is time to try and figure out the answer to the mystery. Here's the whole puzzle. You guys want to look at it now, see if there's anything you see that might help you answer the mystery before I do. Okay, let's try to figure it out. Just an update, I found one of the pieces, so here we go. Now it's just missing one piece. Okay, so I have the puzzle right underneath you guys so I can look down at it while I look back at this and try and figure out the mystery. Okay, so the first thing I have to figure out is how Columbo knew that Sonia was not alone the night she died. Well, there's only one teacup, so it's not that. Maybe the cigarette butts? But I don't think that's... Only one looks like it was lit. The other ones could be old ones, so I don't think that's it either. How do we know she was not alone? Maybe it's just because you're supposed to play a Ouija board with more than one person? Okay, well, let's just see if we have to go back to that one. How Columbo knew she lived long enough to leave a hint as to identify her killer. Okay, something I just noticed. The dude, the suspect, his name is Wilder, and there's blood on the Ouija board by the W. I'm gonna guess that's one of the things connecting him. One of her hints. Okay. There's an undeniable, if not obvious, connection between Jeff Wilder and the items on the table. There's blood by the J too, so JW, Jeff Wilder. Okay, let me skim through this, see undeniable connection. Let me look a little closer what these cards are. Oh, the Magician? He's a magician. Has the Magician, Death, Wheel of Fortune, the Devil, Knight of Wands. Okay, well, one of the cards is Magician, and he's a magician. But is that undeniable? There is an undeniable, if not obvious. Well, the Magician card is obvious, but okay. I'm just gonna say that's probably part of it. Wilder knew of the murder before Columbo discussed the details with him. Well, I'm gonna assume that's gonna be in here. This is really tricky. I'm trying to go through this and see if he says anything that was not, like, obvious. That would show that, like, he knew more. I'm not seeing anything. Hold on, I think I might have just found something. Aha! So, when the detective tells him about the death, he says he's investigating a death. And he says the body. He never says a gender. But then, Wilder says that he, where is it? I just was looking at it. He said, I don't think I can give you any insight into how the woman died. How did he know it was a woman? We know because it says it, but it's not in the dialogue. It's not said to Wilder. So I think that's one of the answers. He knew of the murder beforehand. Let me just see if there's anything else. So now he leaves it, and then he comes back and tells him that it was a woman, tells the name and everything like that. I'm not seeing any other clues. This is tricky. I know something is up with the numbers because obviously something, like they wouldn't have it in here if it wasn't something, but I can't quite figure out what. I really can't figure out what the numbers are. Okay, so hint to identify her killer is the initials, potentially the numbers, but I don't know what that means. Connection between Jeff Wilder and the thing, the Magician card. Knew about the murder because he said it was a woman. So I don't know what the numbers are, and I don't know how they know she wasn't alone. I'm going to take a closer look at the cigarettes. Maybe I was right about that. I mean, there's 2 cigarette butts and then also another cigarette, but I don't know if that means she wasn't alone. I'm going to take a guess it has something to do with the cigarette butts. And the numbers then are the only thing that I don't know. But I think it's time to read the solution. So the solution is like, I don't know if you guys can see, it's like printed backwards. So I guess I'm gonna just take a picture of it and flip it. Okay. Lieutenant Columbo propped the photo against the dressing table mirror and assumed the posture of a grade school teacher at a blackboard. Now it's the answer to the first part. You see, sir, the first thing I noticed was the cigarette butts in the ashtray. Oh. One has lipstick on it and the other two don't. I missed that. And there are two different brands of cigarette. Oh, I was wondering why one of them was orange and the other two were white, but I didn't think it meant anything. Everything means something. Besides that, the tarot cards are facing away from where she sat, so it seems Sonia Brodsky was entertaining a visitor last night. I was thinking that, but with tarot cards, they could be facing either way. Like sometimes if a card is upside down, it means something and stuff like that. So I didn't think that meant anything, but okay. 2. Now take a look at the one card that is not touching the others. It is the Magician. If you look in the center of it, you'll see a bloody fingerprint. Oh, that was supposed to be the clue. I thought that was the obvious connection. I didn't even notice a fingerprint on it. Let me look. Now that I'm looking at it, I see what's meant to be the fingerprint, but it's just like some redness. It looks like it was part of the design. Apparently, Mrs. Brodsky revived long enough to point out this card to whomever would examine the scene of her death. Well, sir, after I noticed that, I looked around for blood spots and found 2 on the Ouija board, the letters W and J. Since the spot on the W trails off, I'm assuming that she struggled to touch it with her last bit of strength, then fell back to the floor. So her last message was JW. I got that part right. After that, I took the pad and, as I said, I rubbed it with a pencil to bring out what had been written on the page above. And I must confess, I knew I was holding it upside down, but I wanted to hear you describe the system of numerology without thinking you were revealing your name. Using the system you mentioned, A equals 1, B equals 2, the numbers 10, 5, 6, 6 give us Jeff. Oh, I didn't notice it was upside down either. I just went with the numbers they said. That was my problem. Wilder answered in a dazed, defeated voice. I don't know. I didn't realize that anyone could connect Sonia with me. And now, what's going to happen to me? Columbo picked up Wilder's coat and helped him into it. Well, sir, that's the one thing I learned about life. No matter how hard you try, you just can't predict what the future will bring. Now to get back to my investigation. I have to tell you, I was getting dizzy from all these numbers and letters spinning in my head when I looked at the book Spiritualism. So when I saw the author's last name, Fred F. Jewell, I sensed that it was another clue. And after a few minutes with pencil and paper, I rearranged the letters to spell Jeff Wilder. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that. So Jeff, his old name, was that Jewell guy, and he wrote that book. I did a terrible job at this. There were so many things I missed. I thought I was only missing the numbers. And then 4, the last part, that led me to you. And I tell you, sir, I wasn't 100% sure that you were guilty. So when I told you of the murder, I didn't mention whether the victim was a man or a woman. But you said you weren't concerned that some fortune teller killed herself. Well, that clinched it for me. The patrol car is outside, sir. Would you like to get your coat? Wow. All that work just to get quite a few things missed. It's alright though. That was pretty interesting. I think that's a pretty cool idea to have, like, you have to make the picture, not just solve the puzzle. I don't know, I thought it was cool. Comment down below what you guys think and if I should do more videos doing games and puzzles and such. But alright guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Happy VEDIM, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Mwah.